What's up, guys? Welcome back to Off the Dribble, featuring myself, Ash, and my co-host Chetan. A lot has happened since the last time we dropped an episode. We haven't dropped one for I think a week now.
Yeah.
So a little bit of a hiatus, but we're back now. We'll be more consistent. But I think the biggest story that happened, I think everyone can guess it. Bam Adebayo somehow dropped 83 points in a game.
Mhm.
There's been a lot of discussion, a lot of opinions given by a lot of different people about like the ethicality of how he did it, and like the fact that I think he overtook Kobe's. I think what upset a lot of people,
Yeah.
but we haven't really given our thoughts about it. So,
Mhm.
Shane, do you want to start? You can
Yeah.
share your reaction to that game.
Obviously, like a crazy thing to do. 83 points in one game is obviously hard no matter how you get it. I think
Yeah,
the perspective some people are saying of when you look back on it in a couple of years, you won't really think of how many free throws he makes. I think that's true. Doesn't really matter at the end of the day. He got 83 points. And also I didn't watch the game. But the highlights I watched, it genuinely looked like the Wizards kind of had to foul him at a certain point because they couldn't stop him. Like he was getting to the rim
he
pretty
was getting
easy.
hacked, bro. He was
Yeah,
getting
and he was getting hacked. Like they were kind of doing it on purpose because they know he was getting easy buckets. So at that point, you can't really blame it on him. So good for him for getting 83 points. It's crazy. I didn't really expect somebody to. I didn't expect somebody to do it this season, and if someone were to do it, I would not have expected it to be Bam.
Would you say it's an accurate statement that we would pick 60 players before we pick Bam?
Yeah, just
For
even
for
though,
example, like even though like these players that I'm about to name, right? I'm just gonna give you some names, are not better than Bam at basketball.
bro, I could pick Trey Murphy over Bam
Yeah,
just for the fact of because Trey Murphy's a better scorer than Bam. He's not a
yeah.
better basketball player than Bam, but he's a better scorer than Bam, 100%.
You can go even lower, bro. Let's go Cam Thomas. I would expect Cam Thomas to like or Peyton Pritchard.
Like MPJ, something like
Yeah.
that.
Even like bro, even Kobe White is like
Yeah,
maybe,
it's,
but Bam was crazy.
but again, I think in general, I mean, when Luca did it, I think when he got 70, he only had 12 free throws, right?
Yeah, Luca's just going he's going
Yeah,
crazy.
I was gonna say being a big does help a little because you're gonna get fouled more, obviously. So once you get in rhythm and a team actually can't stop you, it's a little easy. No, I wouldn't say it's easier for a big to do it, but they're gonna get fouled more, obviously. So which is why he ended up doing it with 43 free throws compared to somebody taking step back threes over step back threes. But I think it's a great accomplishment. Obviously people are upset that he overtook Kobe. That's it's sad and everything because obviously he's passed away. He's not here. He's a legend of the game. But records are meant to be broken. People are meant to overtake people and when you break records or do certain things. So I don't really think it's a big deal in that sense. So I think good for him.
Yeah. So I had a couple takes. So one, like anyone who's upset at like him for staying in the game while they were up 20 trying to chase it, they're all stupid.
Hmm.
Like this guy's career high was 42 before this.
Yeah.
Like he had 43 at half. So
Hmm.
like he knew this was never gonna happen again. He averaged 20 points a game once in his career. Like if a player like that is at that stage, bro, I'm doing whatever it takes. Like
Yep.
to get as high as I possibly can to
Hmm.
reach that number. And so he did. That's like I don't know why people are criticizing that. The second take I had is kind of opposite from what I've heard other people say, but I don't think anyone will pass Bam.
Yeah.
Like as
It's
long as like for a
it's
while.
gonna be hard, bro. Getting 84, 85 points, it's gonna be really, really hard to do.
Cause like the it's really hard from the offensive side, right?
Hmm.
But I think when people are forgetting, because I heard a lot of people say like, oh, if Steph had just a bunch of threes and he just gets really, really hot and they left him in the game, he could be able to break it. But it also takes playing an opponent as shit as the Wizards, bro.
Yeah.
Because how do you wait until he gets to 74 to send your first double team, bro? First double team at 74 points. It took 30 baskets for them to understand that maybe we have to double team him. Like
Yeah.
it's embarrassing. And like I don't think any other team ever will ever do that. So It's like if I see Dame with 50 at half, bro, I'm doubling him the rest of the game. He is not seeing the ball.
I think
Like,
like teams, even if they see like a really good player make 3 or 4 buckets in a row, they're gonna start double teaming them. Like for example, like Ant teams don't play Ant 1-on-1. They give gap help. Like Ant's not giving you more than in my opinion. I don't think he's gonna beat. Maybe he'll beat 55, which is his career high. But I don't think he's ever gonna get close to like 65, 70. Like certain
yeah,
players, like it's really hard. Like especially when you're playing good teams. Like you said, like kind of like the perfect situation.
it's like a big man who they can guard against a like
Mhm.
the dude. Like the fact that the Wizards coach was mad at this was like, dude, it was in your control. Like you could have stopped it. Your team was defending him and you just said won the whole game. It's
Mhm.
embarrassing, bro. Like
Yeah.
uh the fact that Bam did it is so cool. I don't care how he did it. I don't care if it's like 58 free throws.
Yeah.
Doesn't
Agreed.
matter.
Agreed.
Um, but moving on to less of a positive situation. Uh, they did win yesterday. The Timberwolves
Yeah.
did win yesterday. They beat the Warriors yesterday and had 42. He had a
Mhm.
great game. Um, but before that, they had lost three straight. They had lost to, if I'm remembering correctly, the Magic, Lakers, Clippers.
Yep.
Yeah. Um, Chetan, what's your thoughts? 1-4 in your last five,
Yeah.
or
I
one,
don't.
three.
It, it's like weird with the team because like they could play good. Like I wouldn't be surprised if we genuinely win tomorrow. Like
Yeah,
that's like I wouldn't put it past us to do that. But also at the same time, like I wouldn't put us past us to like lose to the Blazers the next night or the Jazz
yeah,
the next night we play. Like that's something that we would do, which is concerning because like you're so close to the playoffs and you got to win 4 games in the playoff series. And also it's Julius Randle shooting 16% from three since All Star break. He's averaged like
yeah,
15 points per game. Like the defense is just not there. The effort's not there. So like when your second best player isn't performing well, I don't know how the team can play up to like its potential. So it's frustrating as a fan, obviously, and it's just like even like an NBA perspective, like a lot of people, I think were already like thinking the Wolves are like our whatever team, like it's whatever. And now I think after these 3 losses, and it's not even just losses, like they were close losses. We got blown out like 3 games in a
yeah,
row. We were down at least 20 to 25 points in every single game.
yeah,
So it's kind of like embarrassing. Ant actually had a really bad game in one of those games too. Or was it like he couldn't buy a
yeah. For
bucket?
like 11 points. Yeah.
Like so that was on him again. Like he followed it up with 2 great games, but this inconsistent. In my opinion, I'm slowly starting to come to the consensus that if the team is just a really inconsistent players, and the team used to be bought on defense, and they're not bought in defensively. So with all the inconsistencies, it's really hard to win night in and night out. So I think you just gotta hope every night that they are like they're hot on the offensive end, and that's kind of how they've been playing this season.
You think the offense is the issue, not the defense?
I think both in general are the issue because there's like certain times where in a game there's like 3 or 4 minutes where we can't buy a bucket or like we just turn the ball over like 4 possessions in a row. Like I think when we played the Clippers, we turned the ball over 4 times in a row and then we went down 12-2. And then the defense is also an issue because once Rudy leaves the floor, the Nas and like Julius lineup doesn't work again, and it's a pretty bad defender this season. Like
Yeah.
genuinely speaking, he's regressed as a defender. Julius isn't a good defender. Jaden also, in my opinion, has regressed as a defender a lot this season. He fouls way too much. Like I think our best defender is Io, who we literally just got. Or, other than Rudy, our best defender is Io, who we literally just got like 3 weeks ago or 2 weeks ago. So that's a little concerning, in my opinion, too.
Yeah. And I don't really have too much to add to that, but coaching, bro,
Yeah,
is
that's
is
another thing.
that's the first thing that came to mind for me when I
Yeah,
saw those losses.
I
If you want
think
to touch on
I think like Finch is a good coach, but there's like certain things he doesn't do, which even like a normal basketball like person watching basketball be like, yo, why don't you do that? Like when we played the Lakers, they played like a 2-3 zone kind of, and like man, it was like a mix of 2-3 zone and man, but they were playing like gap help and like every time Ant had the ball. And then we let Luca and AR drop 30, 31 each. Why can't you do that looking at right, if you're looking at like your own team, your best player is getting shut out of the game, why don't you at least try doing that to the other team's best player instead of letting Jaden play Luka one-on-one and get cooked over and over again? Or why don't you run like a set play? Like the only plays that he runs are Rudy set a screen, roll, and then Ant go one-on-one. So it's a little concerning there. I think a change of scenery with coaching would definitely help because I think he lost the locker room. Like they don't. He always says like, "Oh, I have a game plan." They don't follow it. So if they're not following the game plan, that's kind of on
What's
you
the
as a
point?
coach. Like,
Yeah.
what's the point of even like doing anything? So, but I doubt anything is gonna happen. Like last season, I think Malone got fired like the first week of April.
Yeah.
So, like anything can happen with coaching changes. But again, I don't think like they're gonna go out there and fire Finch. If we do like lose in the first round in like 4 games, 5 games, I think there would be a very high likely chance he gets fired at that point.
But yeah, if you lose in the first round after 2 conference finals
Yeah.
losses, you're just going backwards at that point.
And then, in my opinion, like this season, if you don't win a championship, you better get rid of Julius. Like that like whole experiment. I think you just kind of reached your point. Like I don't understand how it's gonna work. So I think if he plays good in the playoffs, you can maybe use that value to move him and kind of get. I think you mentioned it before. Get a little like depth, like really consistent depth pieces around Ant, and then buy into like the Jaden and Nas like offensive leap a little bit more. And then I think the team would be good.
Yeah, and hope that Baron J
Yeah.
pans out, bro.
Turns out he's been really good in the G League, but again, it's the G League, so you never
Yeah.
know how that translates. He's shown some flashes at any time he's played like actual minutes. The only thing is he's like really skinny, like he's kind of like frail, so he fouls a lot, which is like rookies do that. So he'll get used to in the game. So I think he'll pan out, but he needs to be a really good defender with the way our team is built.
Yeah, bro, because Rudy's on-off numbers are the best in the league in terms
Yeah,
of like in
and
terms of defense
he's
rating.
33 years old, so like he
Yeah.
doesn't have that many years left in him.
And his on-off rating is that good because like of how good a defender he is, but
Yeah,
also because the Timberwolves literally never have given you guys have never given him any help, bro.
yeah,
Like
agreed.
as a backup. Like
Yep.
it's always kind of just been him and then like pray to
Nas
God
is
or Nas or like
yeah.
some other
And
random.
Nas is not a center. Like he's a
Yeah.
6'9", like power forward at 3, honestly speaking.
Yeah. Closer to a 3
So
than a 5. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. So we'll see what we do. We have a big game against you guys obviously tomorrow.
Yeah.
So we'll see how we play. Even if we lose, like I wouldn't be mad. Like I just want us to compete, like keep it close from the beginning. But like again, you guys are missing some key players. You guys play really good basketball without key players. But I think with you guys missing some people, like this is a game where we can go out and kind of steal one and get some confidence back. Like that's the way I think we should approach it. But we'll see what happens tomorrow.
Yeah, these like morning, afternoon
Yeah,
matinee games are like never
1
like
p.m. game is crazy.
yeah, they're like the Timberwolves are really bad at them, the Thunder are really bad at them.
Yeah,
Like it's gonna be a shit show, I think.
yeah.
Probably another close. We played like fucking. I guess we can just move on, right?
Mhm.
So then we're gonna talk about the Thunder as well. The Thunder are rolling right now. We've won our last 7 games. I think we're 13-2 in our last 15.
Mhm.
And those 2 losses were the loss of the Spurs without our entire starting lineup and the loss of the Pistons without our entire starting lineup.
Yeah.
And dude, it's been without key pieces. Like Chet's been missing for a good amount of it. Ihar's been missing for a good amount of it. It's
Mhm.
kind of just been Shea patchwork.
Yep.
And like shout out to Jalen Williams, bro, the second one, because
Mhm.
he's been averaging 29 points a game in like the stretch where Chet missed. And
Yep.
he's since All-Star break, he's been shooting 50% from 3 at 8 attempts a
Mhm.
game. So he's been cooking, and I mean, I think the MVP has been decided. I unfortunately think Clutch Player of the Year has also been decided. But I think best in the world should be pretty close to decided too. I think Shea probably the best in the world right now.
Agreed. I think that like that Celtics game kind of like proves it. The Nuggets game, obviously, like we didn't touch on that before. I don't know if we touched on that game, but like he closed that game out too.
Yeah.
But like I said, like it's a hard team to beat. When you guys are like fully healthy as well, like it's a deep team. You guys have like 12 players that you can like play in and out of the rotation, like situationally when you need to, depending on what you need in a certain area. But again, when you have the best player in like the NBA and in the world, it's always puts you in a good position. And the Celtics game that was a fun game to watch. I don't know why
We had
people
a
are
lot
really
of fun games, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
and
Like,
I don't know why people are complaining because that the last like play was a foul. So like I
yeah.
think that
Dude,
like
and I guess you have to talk about it. This fucker Jaylen Brown, bro.
yeah
So he shoots 14 free throws, by the way. I have no
yeah
problem. Whatever. He does the same exact pump fake and lean. He does like whole rip through hook. He expects 3
talking
free
about
throws.
echo basketball.
Yeah, yeah, no. So he did all of that. Gets 14 free throws out of it, right? Shea again. I'm not denying that Shea foul baits. I've like, but
Mhm.
like at least be consistent, bro. So Shea did exactly what Jaylen Brown's been doing the entire game once. That play goes viral for some reason. No one cares that Jaylen Brown fucking was doing the exact same thing. Shea shoots 7 free throws, 7 less than you, and like you're coming out talking about ethical basketball. And
Yeah.
then in the fourth quarter, Shea had 14 points, 0 of 0 from the line. And this fucker Jaylen Brown had 11 points, but he shot 8 free
You free
throws.
throws. Yep.
Scammer, bro. I hate this
There
guy.
was like a play when Shea got fouled and Jalen Brown like complaining to the ref. He
It's
goes,
not
"Bro, that's not
basketball.
basketball."
Shut up, bro. Shut up. You do the you and he went on and did the exact same thing to Cruz on the other end. He's like, "Where's the bell?" Like, well, shut. Oh, I hate this guy, bro. It actually makes me mad. Like, the worst part is like he clearly. We can talk about the game, I guess.
Mhm.
He clearly like took Stephen A's advice and said, "This is the game that I'm going to show that I'm the MVP."
Yeah.
Because he lost him that game. He kept him in it, but he also lost him that game.
He had
6
6
turnovers,
turnovers. Like
and he missed
was
15 shots,
yeah, he
bro.
was 10 to 25 on the field. That's like not good at all.
And
40%.
again, he always plays bad against Dort. Dort's put him in clamps for years,
Mhm.
and he's trying again. Whenever Dort sees him, he is missing the whole night.
Yeah.
And again, he's a great player. He has a great case for maybe fifth or sixth in the MVP ballot.
Agreed.
But like at watching that game down the stretch, you saw one player wearing a blue jersey do one thing over and over and over again,
Mhm.
and you saw another player in a green jersey not do the exact same thing the other dude is doing
Yeah.
over and over and over again.
And then Pritchard helped a little bit with a couple of buckets, but
Which is nice.
that obviously wasn't enough to close the game out.
Yeah,
But that step back against Shea was pretty tough. I'm
that
not
was
gonna
tough.
lie.
That was
I
tough.
don't know how he got that shot off. That dude is really small, bro.
Yeah,
He's very short.
dude, he had 93 in a Drew League game, bro.
Yeah, that's
He's
crazy.
insane.
Yeah. He didn't really have a good shooting game either. I think he went like he went 6 to 17. So like he
Yeah,
didn't really have a good shooting game, but came like really made the buckets when it mattered at the end when they really needed him.
yeah.
But
But yeah, I guess we can also combine this with our last topic. So
mhm.
we wanted to discuss what teams we think cause an upset in the playoffs. So kind of give a shout out to some teams that maybe people are doubting. But the first thing I will say is I don't know if it falls in this category, but I think Boston would be my favorite out of the East, though.
Yeah, I agree.
Like that, they played us really, really well with no Derek White and no
No
Tatum.
Tatum. Yeah.
So I think that would be a good series, and I think Boston is my favorite out of the East. So
Yeah.
I think they run the table in the East again. They're back in the finals.
I agree. If Tatum like can he's looked decent, but if they can get him up to speed a little bit more and he like gets a little like shakes the full rust off, and he comes back to like 80% or even like 90% of what he was, they'll be fine.
Yeah. But obviously they're probably the favorites on the betting odds right now, so it wouldn't be an
Yeah.
upset. So do you want to talk about one team that you think
Yeah.
would be a real upset
I think
causer?
the Clippers could be a good team too that can go make a small little run if they can get that 7 seed. Obviously you don't want to get the 8 seed because it's definitely more sure of a chance you're going to get knocked off in the first round than if you can get the 7 seed. So they would play right now the Suns in the play-in. That would be a great game. Win and get the 7 seed game, not a winner go home game because you would still have a second chance to make the playoffs to get the 8 seed. But the Clippers against the Spurs, I would I could see a Clippers upset there.
Two.
The Clippers are a good team. Like Kawhi is playing like at an MVP level. Like in my opinion, he's doing really really good. Again, like not as healthy as you want him to be, but is getting healthier and is playing consistently now. When he played us like that. He doesn't miss. His three ball looks like amazing. Like if he's like going on all cylinders of the court and scoring on all three levels, like it's kind of hard to stop him. Like he knows how to get to his spots. Like he's been in the league for like 12, 13 years. I think I just said it before we started the pod. I think this is the best he's looked since Toronto.
Yeah.
Even like defensively, he's a little bit more inconsistent defensively, but like when he wants to lock in, when he needs to lock in, that like all defensive level defense is still there. So and then they have good surrounding pieces like Benedict Mathurin's playing some good basketball. Darius Garland has been good for them so far. They're 4-0 or 5-0 since he's played. Chris Dunn, great defender. So they play hard. They know what they're doing like on both sides of the floor. So I wouldn't be surprised if they beat the Spurs. So that would be a good series in my opinion.
Yeah. I'd be way more confident they'd be oddly like this is so weird because like Harden playoffs, whatever. But I'd be more confident if they had James Harden that they could beat the Spurs. But
I don't know.
I
I
think
like this team now though with the depth they have with Mathurin
yeah.
and everything. Like it adds a little bit more. Like when Garland can play well, like he's. I'm not saying he's as good. He's like the same player as Harden is, like
No,
consistently.
I think their heights are maybe the same, but I just think
Yeah,
he's more inconsistent.
agreed. But if it seems like his three balls back, it seems like he's like healthier, like a lot healthier. Like I think that's all he needs really. And in my opinion, you never know. Like a change of scenery, playing in a new place, like that does a lot for people.
Yeah. I would definitely be scared of them.
Mhm.
If the Clippers actually had a decent start to the season, he would definitely be in the MVP race, bro.
Yeah, if they started like even like 500 or even like 5 games under 500 and not
Yeah,
6-21,
yeah,
like
yeah,
that would be a
yeah.
different story.
But I guess one team for me, bro, dude, the Heat, low key,
Yeah.
are like they're playing really, really good basketball. It's kind of
Mhm.
a deep team.
Mhm.
Their best player just 83 points in a game. Like
Yep.
that, just kidding.
Definitely has a lot of confidence.
Yeah, I mean, he's like that's crazy. 83 is still crazy. But Tyler Hero is playing at an insane level right now too.
Yep.
He's really, really shooting the ball well. I think like the top of the East and the bottom of the East, like I think the East is like a way more like closer conference than like the West.
Mhm.
I think the West, the top two teams are like at this point, like they look considerably better than like the rest of the conference. It's kind of
Yeah.
like less, and the bottom of the West is so bad.
Mhm.
But the East is like the Hornets is the 10 seed. That's a pretty good 10 seed. You know what
That's a
I
good
mean?
answer. Yeah.
So I think they would play the Knicks right now.
Mhm.
That'd be a dicey series for the Knicks, I think. I think the Knicks would have
Yeah.
a easier time with like, a team like the Cavs than like a team like the Heat. The Heat would
Mhm.
be like the playoff experience of Spoelstra. All like they all most of them have been to the finals. So
Yeah.
yeah,
My last team, the Heat is a good pick. Like especially like when they have like a healthy team. Hero's been unhealthy for majority of the season.
yeah,
Again, like Norman Powell is like an all-star this season, so they have a good complementary pieces around Bam. But my last team would be the Magic.
yeah,
The Magic are obviously they blew us out. They're 8-2 over the last 10. They've like won 6 in a row. Started the season off like under expectations especially after trading so much away to get like a player like Desmond Bain. But I think the team is clicking now. Like Paulo's playing like pretty decently. Like he's not playing that bad. I think he started to figure out like he needs to get to the rim more, and he's been doing that a lot more. So that's helped him out a lot. Bain has been playing some really good basketball. Their defense is like
he's shooting 50% from the field and 50% from three since the
that's
All Star.
insane, bro. Like
Yeah,
it's just crazy. He's automatic when he catches the ball from beyond the arc. And again, they have a great defense. They play hard. They have a good head coach. So I think that could be a sneaky team. They are the fifth seed right now. They would play the Cavs. That was a series that happened 2 years ago. And it's a different team for both teams, but like that was a younger Paulo. Like that the Cavs still had D-Mitch. They still had basically the same team. They had Garland instead of Harden. But like
yeah.
I don't know. Like I think that'll be a little bit of a different series in my opinion.
Magic Cavs. That'd be
But again,
interesting.
Cavs are also playing some good basketball now too.
Yeah, and I think like the Mobley is a really bad matchup for Paolo, bro.
Yeah,
Paolo
that is true.
Mobley shut him down.
Yeah,
Um, Damn, that'd be a good series though. I would definitely want to
that'll be a
watch it.
great series.
My last team, super shock. It's the
Mhm.
Hornets.
Mhm.
Dude,
The
I,
Hornets
I
have been
I would love to see
to watch.
Pistons Hornets, bro.
LaMelo is insane, bro. Some of the
Dude,
shots he makes are
yeah.
crazy.
Like it's like no, I don't. I think like everyone sees the clips, right? So everyone sees the ones that go in. No one sees the ones that he takes in the third quarter. That
Yeah,
like aerial,
yeah.
but like he's played like really really mature basketball. He's like
Mhm.
playing like he plays really really like composed fundamental basketball until they go up by 10, and then he
Yeah.
starts doing some fuck shit after that.
And
But
half of them go in though, honestly.
yeah, but they kind of kept it close today against the Spurs.
Mhm.
Even during a Knipple off game, like Wemby is just different.
Yeah.
But, like, I think against the Pistons, where the
They
Pistons'
don't have
half
as
court offense is, like, not that great,
yeah.
if the Hornets can get hot for a series, I don't know if the Pistons can keep up with them.
Agreed. It would be and like the Hornets have like decent defenders around like the team. Like even Khan, like in his own right, he's not a bad defender. Like
Not at
he
all.
plays pretty hard on the defense side of the ball.
Mhm.
And Pistons don't have like a second star per se. So like if you can kind of
Jalen Duren, you don't think Jalen Duren's a second star?
he's their second star, but like you're not gonna give him a bucket like when Cade is double teamed with like 40 seconds left in the game to win the game. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
for example, like that's somebody like Jalen Williams. Like that's like a wing that like Jalen Duren's more of like a center that's like he's really good, like cleaning up the glass, really active on the boards. He does have a post game, he does have a little bit of a mid range, but like I'm not
He's
gonna
like a
make
handle too easy sometimes.
yeah, but I'm not gonna let him go in his bag in the playoffs
Yeah,
like that.
nah.
Right? Like that. So and like you said, they played in transition a lot. So if they can contain them to more than half court, you got to limit turnovers. So you do that's like something if you want them to play more in the half court, the Hornets can't turn the ball over. But the Hornets have been a really fun team to watch over the past like month or so. So I wouldn't be surprised if they do something crazy in the playoffs.
Dude,
First,
and,
they do
like,
have to win 2 games to get there as of right now. But I think that's
yeah.
very doable for them.
That's the thing. The play-in all the play-in teams are so hot right now. Like
Yeah, the
The
Hawks are
Hawks have
playing
won
really
9
well.
straight games.
Hmm.
Like Kuminga's playing some of them. He's been a pretty good addition for them
Yeah. The
whenever I see him
Sixers are
play.
a 9 seed. Like if when Maxi's gonna come back and like you're gonna have to play Maxi in like a one playing game. It's
That's
gonna be
terrible, bro.
and then you have Embiid that's gonna be there too. And
Yeah, and be to be a mess.
yeah,
But also if LaMelo gets hot enough, LaMelo fried the Lakers on his own, bro.
that is true. That is true.
He beat us. I mean, that was also con,
Again,
but
like I in my opinion, out of like Brandon Miller, LaMelo, and Concanipo, they're all like really good shooters. If you can get two of them to get hot during a game, during that one game, I wouldn't put it past them to win.
and Kobe White off the bench.
Yeah, Kobe.
Diabate is like actually really pretty good defensive center.
Yeah,
They have a roster, bro.
they do. They do have a roster.
I just wish it clicked earlier so they could be like closer to that 7 seed because
17,
against
yeah.
as much as I think Boston's the favorite, I think Charlotte could really knock them out. Like Charlotte
Yeah.
gives them problems.
Mhm.
So, but I don't think they'll be able to get to the 7.
Yeah, but that's a good sneaky team. I
Yeah,
like that pick.
yeah. But I think that's all we had. Or do you have anything else that you wanted to add?
No, I think that's all we had for this episode. Next episode will probably come on. We want to do a little bit more college talk? So because like all like the conference tournaments are going on and everything. Some players have been playing incredibly well, so we want to talk about them and the draft and everything. So we'll do that next episode, and also keep giving you guys NBA updates as the season goes on. But until then, follow us on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok at Off the Dribble Pod, and we will see you guys next episode. Peace.